All right, hello everyone. This is the We've Got Balls podcast. I'm Luca Scott, journalism graduate, here with my colleague and friend from school, Dean Bertoya. Dean, why don't you talk to us a little bit about yourself?
What's up, everybody? I'm Dean. What do you need to know things about me? Well, I was in journalism school with Lucas. We both love sports. We both love basketball and football. We'll be talking a lot of basketball and football. I'm a betting man, so I will look at things through that perspective. Tonight, I got to let you guys know I already got Philly at the spread, -8. That came in, and now I got Denver on right here. So if you see me reacting, it's because I'm a betting man, okay? So let's the thing about, anyways, we were in journalism. We love sports. We got a little bit of knowledge to share with you guys. We hope you enjoy our style, and it definitely is not going to be your average podcast. I'll tell you that.
No, and we didn't want to make it an average podcast, which is why we decided to try and make this into our own and put our creativity and flavor to it. You know, we don't want it to be,
well, look,
the regular.
Well, man, we had teachers and they were all beep ball, a bunch of robots. You know what I'm talking about?
I ain't saying that.
Off into it.
I ain't saying anything. But yeah. So first thing we want to talk to you guys about is the NFL draft tomorrow. So we're gonna run through who we believe is gonna be chosen in the top 10. This is a tough one. This is one of the more uncertain ones that I've seen in recent years. The only guarantee that I know and feel for sure is Trevor Lawrence at one to the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's the only guarantee that I feel at the bottom of my heart.
Trevor Lawrence has had the playbook to the Jacksonville Jaguars offense since they basically locked in that pick when they lost that game. And basically Urban Meyer only took that job because he knew Trevor Lawrence was going there. So that's done deal. There's no debate. We just got to move on to number 2, to the unpredictable, sad, sullen New York Jets. What are they doing?
I'm buying the hype around Zach Wilson.
You're buying it?
Yeah, I'm buying, not the hype in the sense of that they're going to draft him. Not that I believe he's going to be like the next best thing. I do think that they'll draft him. Is it the right decision? I personally thought they should have kept Sam Darnold and either given him a receiver or take Penny Sewell out of Oregon. But they didn't. They traded Sam Darnold because Sam Darnold could still play. I still think he has a lot of potential, but they decided to trade him. So I think that they'll end up going with Zach Wilson. I think they fell in love with him.
So I'm glad you said that you're buying into the Zach Wilson. But I knew, they are going to draft Zach Wilson. Do you know why they're going to do that? Because they're the New York Jets. Okay, that's what the New York Jets do, and that's how I know Zach Wilson is not going to work in the NFL, because the New York Jets want to take him. Okay, now I don't know if you look at this. Okay, you got Justin Fields, never lost a game in the Big Ten. Okay, this guy's got an arm like a cannon. He runs a 4.4 40-yard dash. That's the fastest you'll ever see in a quarterback. I've seen him on bootlegs. I've seen him on the run. This guy can make all the throws, and I bet you he's going to drop out of the top 10. Zach Wilson will get taken by the Jets. I'm sure of that. He'll be a fucking total bust, because that's what the Jets are good at doing, finding busts and putting them on the field. And then after, they'll just watch. I don't know. I think Justin Fields is probably going to drop. Either Patriots trade up to get him, or he drops out of the top 10 and the Patriots are licking their chops. They can get him at 15. But I think, the Jets are going to take Zach Wilson, and they're going to regret it every single day afterwards. They'll probably be trading him in 3 years, just like they traded Darnold.
Be unfortunate. And I do agree with you with Justin Fields, because, when the season was initially over, he was seen as like the second best quarterback in the draft, because we saw what he did against Clemson. He absolutely torched them. I had Clemson winning the game. I had Clemson winning the national championship, and he absolutely torched them. I believe he had like 6 or 7 touchdown passes that day.
Yeah, that proved it to me.
Exactly. And I wasn't sure, because last year he had played Clemson in the semifinals, and he had an okay game. He didn't play great, but he had an okay game, and he bounced back and he absolutely torched them. So I was surprised that Zach Wilson all of a sudden came in. He had his little pro day. He was slinging the ball, no shoulder pads. It was just, kind of like whatever, we know how the pro day works. But yeah, I was very surprised by that. But let's move on to number 3.
San Fran.
This one's a little bit tough. Because Kyle Shanahan said the other day they feel good with about like 5 other people that they could take at the 3 spot, which is not a good sign to me because like you traded up to the 3 spot, so you should have before you even made the trade, you should have had your idea. Okay, this is our guy.
They know who they want. It's between 2 guys.
Trey Lance and Mac Jones.
Yeah.
I like Trey Lance. I'm liking Trey Lance. I'm not gonna lie.
I like him too, but I'm just saying. See, this is what honestly, and this is one of those times where I wonder, and I'm going to be one of those sports conspiracy theorists. I'm hearing a lot Mac Jones just because Shanahan likes smart dudes who can learn a complicated playbook, and Mac Jones apparently learned Alabama's playbook like that. And he was asking for more. He was asking for more plays, more complicated like scenarios. He didn't feel challenged by the end of the time. So they're saying, oh, Mac Jones smarts. Then they're saying Trey Lance has more of like you don't want another Garoppolo who's just going to stand in the pocket. You do want to be able to roll your pocket. You want to be able to do the things that the modern NFL is going to ask you to do. Yeah. But again, I don't understand how this guy Trey Lance. I mean, look, you have exceptions where like Josh Allen comes out of Wyoming and absolutely crushes everything, right? But everyone knew that he was a project and like he is. It took him 3 years.
I think that's how they're viewing Trey Lance.
Yeah, but I mean, with the rest of your roster ready to win now, why would you take a gamble on another project? Like, I think it could be a smokescreen that they're hyping up Mac Jones and they're hyping up Trey Lance to fucking nab Justin Fields.
To get the Jets. So the Jets can take them.
Like a lot of teams, they hype up other prospects and they make it seem like they're going to go high, and then you have other teams trading up to get beyond. And I don't know, man.
I think.
Remember Baker Mayfield to Cleveland? That shocked everybody.
I thought Sam Darnold was going to be the first pick.
Yeah, I called that, and honestly, like, I mean, look, Baker still has some prove it to do for me. But yeah, I was right.
Yeah, no, you're right. But I feel like if they do trade Trey Lance because they feel like he'll have more upside than Mac Jones. Mac Jones, listen, accurate as all hell. Accurate as all hell. If you put him in that system, like he'll exceed like right away. Yeah. So you don't have to worry about that, and I agree with you on that. But
one thing I like Trey Lance. Apparently Trey Lance worked out for them, and apparently he blew them away. So I'm gonna say Trey Lance.
And I think a lot of it is also that they've seen Josh Allen, they've seen that Patrick Mahomes. You know what I mean? Like that. No, they're not at the big schools. They're not at the.
They still have Garoppolo, right? They still have Garoppolo, so it's not like
exactly. So, and they said that he was going to be their QB going forward. So he doesn't need to start right away. You know what I mean? No. So I think if I'm them, I'd probably go with Trey Lance. That's just me.
Yeah.
So let's go on to the Atlanta Falcons. Now this
is tough for me.
I've been hearing a lot of Kyle Pitts. They don't need him. They do not. They need a quarterback. Matt Ryan is not your answer.
Yeah, but the thing about Matt Ryan is that if you can't, you're not going to have him on the books at $30 million plus and not use him, right? So like they're going to cut him after next season, 100%. They're going to release him from his contract.
So what quarterback are they going to get after that?
Well, we'll see.
That's the problem.
But it's dead money if they let go of him. And honestly, man, that team has so many needs. Like
they have a lot.
Honestly, if they're going to go for the best player left on the board, they're going to go for Kyle Pitts, the tight end out of Florida.
But you already have Calvin Ridley and Julio Jones.
Yeah, but they're old. I mean, they're aging. So you're not going to go for
Calvin Ridley.
I agree. You're not going to go. I honestly think if you can get
Calvin's still young. Calvin Ridley's still young. He's still young. But now they might trade Julio, and you can get back some good pieces for Julio to put on the offense or defense as well, depending on where you trade him and what you trade him for.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, you're right. Ridley is still young, but Julio's on the back end. But I mean, look, I don't think they use it on a receiver. I mean, look, I don't know. It depends if they go for best player left on the board. It's Pitts, but honestly, if I'm them, their defense needs a total overhaul, total rebuild. Yeah. A good piece to start with is a pass rusher. I don't think they're going to do that. I'm going to say Pitts.
They probably will take Pitts, but I feel like they should go quarterback. But they do need if there was a defensive player that was like eye popping, not to say that there's not gonna be any good defensive players, but there's no defensive players on the caliber of Kyle Pitts in terms of like as a prospect, right? So I don't think that they'll go defense.
Honestly, I will say this though. I think this pick has the most shock potential of all of them. I think that they could completely
fair. And you know, there's still teams that could trade up. You know, we don't know. It's always a possibility. I've been hearing that the Patriots might trade up to try and get a quarterback. You know, because they need a quarterback. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'd love to see that. I really would.
Cam Newton for 1 year and then Fields.
Go with Justin Fields.
But now we're on to Cincinnati. This would be
Cincinnati.
So easy.
Who you think they're taking?
They're reuniting Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow from LSU, dude. That's what they're doing.
Listen,
100%.
They need an offensive line. Listen, if we're really being honest, like I love T. Higgins.
You can get a good tackle in the second round this year.
But can you get the best tackle? That's the thing. You can't get this.
Sewell's going to be gone in the first round, though. I mean, I think it's too think about it. Zach Taylor, their coach, is an offensive guy. He loves offense, and I think he's going to be way too tempted to read.
Yeah, because Jamar Chase is
20
to me, but you know,
between them two, 20 TDs between those two guys last time they played at LSU together.
I love Jamar Chase. I love him. I feel like they should take. I don't have a problem with it hit that pick, or if they decide to go O-line. I'm cool with either. But Jamar Chase is a problem. He's going to be a problem in this league. I really believe that.
Yeah, he sure is. Honestly, he's not my favorite receiver, but I think he's my favorite receiver to pair with Burrow 100%.
Well, you might be talking about your favorite receiver right now. Maybe. If it's who I'm thinking. Miami Dolphins.
I mean, look, Miami Dolphins. I think this is such a tough one for me. But I think that they might go. I think they'll go receiver just to test Tua, because they're going to give him. They already have.
I think they have to go. They have to go receiver.
Well, they already have Devontae Parker, and they have Gesicki at tight end, so they have a good duo right there. If they can get a third, and then if Tua doesn't produce with a core then they know they have to move off. So it could be a test. Or they go and they get Sewell, the best available tackle, and move forward.
I think they should go Devontae Smith or
I love Devontae Smith, but
Jalen Waddle.
I want that guy to drop to you know where. But anyways, it's okay.
You guys need him. But we'll get to that. I wanted I would actually like to see Jalen Waddle actually in Miami.
But see, just because Jalen Waddle is another there's two situations in this draft that are frustrating me. It's QB. The Zach Wilson thing has me heated. I could be dead wrong. I could look like
for sure
real soon, but I don't think I am, because it's the Jets evaluating him, and the Jets they can't evaluate.
Zach has potential. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying he's going to be a scrub. I'm not saying he is a scrub. I think he could be great. But I'm not. But I'm just worried because he's going to the Jets and they have nothing.
I mean, look,
they have nothing.
Miami take back to. We can't go back to that.
Yeah.
Who does Miami take? You tell me this time. You go first.
I think I gotta go. They'll probably take Devontae Smith, but I'd like to see them get Jalen Waddle, because Jalen Waddle is a problem.
Okay, yeah. So that's what I wanted to say. You think Waddle, who barely played last year because he was injured, okay? You think he deserves to go before Heisman, Devontae Smith, SEC Player of the Year, AP Player of the Year? Do
you think Devontae Smith is winning the Heisman if Jalen Waddle's playing?
I think Devontae Smith is the best receiver in the draft, and I think that the fact that he's getting overlooked for Chase and Waddle is hilarious. I really hope he drops.
Well, when they
got an eye for wide receivers, man. Jeremy Lamb last year, I called that shit. Okay, and then Odell, dude. Anyway, this is way back.
Yeah, Odell, that's fair. But Jalen Waddle, the last time they were both on the field together for a season, Jalen Waddle was better.
Yeah.
Statistically. And when he's not there, Devontae Smith, listen.
What about injury proneness? What happened to that?
Listen, you always got to worry for that for sure. But at the end of the day, like it's not like he's not plagued with injuries. It's not like terrible. It's not that bad. You know what I mean? It's not like he's never put together a full season.
He's they're different. They're completely different prototypes. So like a Waddle's
for sure.
He's like a Julio in the sense of like just one-on-one matchups. He's gonna get the ball. He's bigger, stronger than everybody else. Great. I don't know. Like I like those kinds of guys, but the guys who impress me more are the guys with like Jeremy Lambs, like Tyreek Hills, like Devontae Smith. These guys with the quick feet who can like do a lot in with just a little bit of space. I find those fascinating and they're super useful.
I agree.
Not your home run hitters, like the guys who go over the top and who are way taller than everybody, but the guys who get you like they're dangerous, man. Like I don't know, I really like them.
You can't go wrong with either of those three receivers, in my opinion. I think they're all going to be great.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even stress too much.
No, they're all good.
Detroit Lions.
7.
Yeah, O-line.
Who cares, right?
That too. I mean, they're just kind of there. You know what I mean? They're just kind of there.
I honestly don't know what they're gonna do.
I think they'll go O-line. I think they'll take Penny as well.
If Sewell's still on the board, then they'll probably take him.
Yeah, because you're not gonna draft a quarterback. You got Jared Goff. You already made the trade in the offseason.
Jared Goff.
We'll see how that pans out when he doesn't have.
See, the Lions are another they're like not as the Jets, but they're like another they're on the Jets level for me. So
because it's just like a lost. You're lost when you go there. You know what I mean? It's just like, what am I doing here? You're in purgatory. It's just like, help, save me.
Yeah. So so now number 8, Carolina Panthers. Again,
they need defense.
They need so much.
I think their offense is pretty good. They have DJ Moore. They got Robbie Anderson.
McCaffrey coming back. That's a huge
McCaffrey.
Darnold is
I hope McCaffrey's going to be healthy for my fantasy season this year. Keeper league. Amen. Oh, I pray But I think their offense is fine. Like I said, I believe in Sam Darnold. I think Sam Darnold still has. I still think he could do something.
I think you're right. I think I had an argument with someone the other day about this, and I think Darnold actually will way up from where he was with the Jets.
For sure.
He had Adam Gase for a coach. That guy, I look at him and I get sad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like he's just I feel like he's just the
he's
worst.
Not good. He's not good.
The worst person to have on a football field near people who try to do well. That's to me.
That was just sad. That was sad. So, I think they'll go with Caleb Farley. I do agree with that.
Caleb who?
Farley. Cornerback out of Virginia Tech.
You think?
Yeah.
I think they might go how's their linebacker core doing? Not too sprightly, huh?
Listen, they need like you said, they need a lot of. They have
Micah Parsons is on the board. He might be the best defensive player in the draft.
He might.
We don't know, but apparently he's evaluated really high. And then if you're if they want an edge rusher, they can go for Russo. Russo's dropping in a lot of mocks, though. I don't know why, but they
have a lot of needs. Let's get that out of the way. They have a lot of needs, but I think that a corner would do them justice right now.
Yeah. A corner, you said?
Yeah.
So that's either J.C. Horn or Surtain. Those are the 2 number ones.
Or my guy Caleb Farley.
Well, Caleb Farley.
Don't sleep.
Oh yeah, he's rising. His stock is rising. But it's so weird, man.
This is a weird draft. No,
but it's every year, man. These players just out of nowhere,
skyrocket
up the board. I don't know.
For sure.
It's where did you come from? I thought I knew what I was talking about, but where did you come from? But yeah, okay. So what do we have next now? We
Denver Broncos.
I think they're going
quarterback.
QB, dude.
They need to. Drew Lock was not good last year.
Yeah, he's definitely not it.
That's not the answer. Their defense is still pretty good.
Yeah. They'll
Their
have
offense, you got Jerry Jeudy, you got Noah Fant, you got Melvin Gordon. Drew Lock is a problem, though.
I think they go with. Again, I have said it a million times. For me, Justin Fields either drops way too far or gets picked super early, and everyone is smoke screening trying to hype up other QB prospects to get people off him. It's one of the two of him, but I think he drops personally, and I also think that Broncos go with whoever doesn't get picked between Trey Lance and Mac Jones.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
And I think it's going to be Mac Jones, and I think that's a bad decision. But whatever.
I don't know if Mac Jones would be a fit for them. I feel like if the 49ers take Mac Jones and they can get their hands on Trey Lance, you do it. I think Trey Lance would be built for that environment. Let him sit the year, or at least a couple of games behind Drew Lock or whatever they have going on down there. Let him sit a couple of games, not a season.
That's the thing is like Denver doesn't want to. Nobody's learning shit behind Drew Lock. He doesn't have anything to teach. So they need someone who can come in and that honestly, Mac Jones for that reason makes sense because Mac Jones is going to come in and he's going to learn the playbook quick. And the problem there is that you don't have any kind of offensive guru to guide a quarterback. Their coach is pure defense. So,
but the thing is that Trey Lance, you don't want to know how the Trey Lance can learn. He can learn by seeing what not to do when Drew Lock's playing quarterback. So that's always the opposite.
You know the fans. 3 games in a row, Drew Lock is playing like shit.
Yeah, he's garbage.
Trey Lance
Drew Lock has shown spurts. He had some good moments last season.
Yeah,
but for the majority of the season, he didn't. I know he got injured. My Steelers.
In his own division, you got Justin Herbert comes in ripping.
Yeah, well, for sure. Yeah, Derek Carr had a great season last year. They didn't make playoffs, but he had a good season. And
then you got Mahomes,
the greatest quarterback of all time, Patrick Mahomes. But,
yeah. So,
like I said, Drew Lock had some spurts, but overall, I think they got to move in a different direction.
No, they're done. So now number 10.
10, the Dallas Cowboys.
I don't know.
Because I've been hearing a lot of Jerry Jones is falling in love with Kyle Pitts. Now, they do not need Kyle Pitts at all. At all. The thing is that if he drops to 10, they might take him. That's the problem.
I don't think he does.
You don't. No, I don't think he'll. I don't think because listen, if the Lions can get their hands on Kyle Pitts, they will. That's for sure.
Well, yeah, because the Lions will take the best player available, but they have T.J. Hawkinson, so
you pair up Kyle Pitts with T.J. Hawkinson. That's a duo. That's a duo right there.
Atlanta goes for it though because they just lost Cooper last year. They didn't replace him with anybody. Yeah. They could use him, and Matt Ryan, while they have him, knows how to target tight ends, knows how to use them.
Yeah, I think the Cowboys should go with Patrick Surtain. I know. I'm hearing a lot about J.C. Horn. He's going to be great, but I don't know. Just something about Patrick Surtain. I just feel more comfortable with him as a pick, and to handle the Cowboy spotlight.
Yeah, but I mean, I remember J.C. Horn's dad played in the NFL. No.
Yeah, and his dad was a very good corner. His dad was a very good corner. You know what I mean?
Something for me that if you're going to go between Horn and Surtain, just that for some reason for me gives the edge because this guy has how to support them. This is how you do it. This is what you do.
Exactly, and of course, J.C. Horn's father also played in the NFL as well, but he's a receiver. So. Can he teach him certain things about playing corner? Of course. I mean, he wouldn't have gotten to this point, without his father's guidance, I'm sure. But Patrick Surtain, his dad's a corner. His dad was a very good corner. So it's like an easier transition, if that makes any sense.
I literally got them mixed up. You're right. Surtain's dad was a corner. So yeah, he gets the edge to me then. Honestly, he has to go through this before. I mean,
now we were going to stop at 10. Totally wrong. But
we're not stopping at 10 because number 11 is the Giants. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Devontae Smith. I'm a Giants fan. Everyone who needs you guys got to know that. It's been painful. It's been rough. But you know what? Yeah. You put that guy on the other side of Galladay, and you got Barkley back in the backfield. Honestly, I'll say this: with those pieces on offense, if Daniel Jones doesn't get it done with them, we're moving off too. So
honestly, at first I was gonna say you guys don't need him, but then I started thinking about your team. You know, we all know Giants are still gonna stick with Daniel Jones at least for another year or two. You got Kenny Galladay, which was big. You guys needed another receiver. That was huge. You still got Evan Engram. You still got Sterling Shepard. Saquon's going to come back healthy. Your defense is good. I love Blake Martinez. Great player.
We don't care.
Yeah. But Jalen Waddle, I was thinking, I'm like, Jalen Waddle with Kenny Galladay and Saquon Barkley and Evan Engram. Daniel Jones has got to protect the football. Oh, man.
I'll take either or.
If Daniel Jones can, you know, be consistent, the Giants could be a problem.
They were a problem. Honestly, we fell apart at the end of
last season, but we were looking like we were gonna take it.
Yeah, and Evan Engram had some big drops last season, but you know, you just got to bounce back.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, that's it. That was
and before we end this draft discussion, I gotta talk about my Pittsburgh Steelers for a second.
You guys are rebuilding soon. Sorry.
Listen, you know, the Steelers break my heart every year. And you know, whenever they start losing, I'm not gonna lie. When they start losing and my friends start talking to me about, oh, what's going on with your Steelers, I always say, who? I always say I switch up. I say I'm a Chiefs fan. Who you guys talking about? I do that. I admit it. Because why am I gonna subject myself to this pain? You know what I mean? Listen, I'm gonna tell you guys, I like the Steelers, I like the Lakers, I like the Yankees, I like the Canadians, I like AC Milan. All my teams historically are great. You know why? Because I'm not subjecting myself to mediocrity and sadness on a year in and year out basis for 50 plus years. Okay, I refuse to do that. So yeah, I like the best team. Okay, to me.
Your Steelers, because they're gonna fall apart very soon. But you know what? Remember Eli Manning, and remember when we won 2 Super Bowls and it was all fantastic, wonderful stuff. I remember it was great. I'll love them forever for that. But it's been fucking terrible for the past years, and it's gonna happen to you. I can't wait.
No, it's not gonna happen to us because we can avoid it. All we need to make is our defense is set. When healthy, we have the best defense in the league. Last season, we fell off. A lot of injuries on the defensive side. Devin Bush was a huge loss. That's my guy. When they traded up for him, I was ecstatic because Devin Bush, I think, has the potential, him and Devin White, to be viewed as the best 2 linebackers in the league at some point in their careers.
Their defense is not a problem. The problem
is that your quarterback.
Our quarterback
only knows how to throw 3 yards to the left or right.
Ben is
like ultimate frisbee or something.
You don't know what Ben you're gonna get from, not even on a game-to-game basis anymore. It's a play-to-play basis. Like, you don't know, because back in the day when he was on, he was on. Now he's on for a couple of drives, and then the next drive it's like, Ben, what are you doing?
Well, he can't take a hit. So if there's any pressure whatsoever,
now listen. We need a running back.
The ball came out of his hands 2.3 seconds after the snap last year.
Yeah, and dipping and dunking. And
it was
honestly, Steeler receivers. Dean.
The drops. I know. I saw the drops.
Dean.
I bet against the Steelers a lot. You know, because they would win, but just
barely. Dean.
Cover.
Steelers. These drops really infuriated my soul. Like Eric Ebron, Deontay Johnson, Juju, Clay.
Ebron was
bad. Oh my gosh, it was horrible. It was horrible.
Yeah.
So listen, the Steelers, we don't need receivers, you know, whatever, we're good. I in an ideal world, I would love for the Steelers to trade up and snag Trey Lance. I would love it. I highly, like, almost impossible that they're gonna do that. But Trey Lance would be perfect with the Steelers. Yeah. Sit behind Ben for a year or two, if Ben's not horrible, and absorb some information and get some tips from a Hall of Fame quarterback. However, we need a running back. We lost James Conner. I like Benny Snell. a lot actually. But I don't think he's not gonna be like a Pro Bowl running back or anything like that. Najee Harris, man. That's my guy. Out of Alabama. If the Steelers can get him with Claypool, Juju, Big Ben, and he's not too inconsistent, I think we're winning the division again. That's for sure. We're winning the division again. I believe that.
You guys aren't starting off again. I'll tell you that.
No, we're not, but we're definitely winning. That defense is, Baltimore's
going to have a better year bounce back here. I can tell you that right now. And Cleveland is looking tough. I root for Cleveland on the side, on the low.
No, not me. Not a Cleveland guy.
Well, they've been bad for so long, man. All those teams, and it's like they can do this. I'm like, yes, you can.
No,
All right, we're on to ball, dude.
We're on to ball.
What do we start with? You want to start with a Lake show?
So I'm a Lakers fan.
What do you think about? Let's talk about the Lakers. We'll start with the Lakers first of all.
Yeah,
gotta start with the Lakers. Always got to start with the ball end.
AD
but
came back.
What I want to ask you is, what do you think? Give me your impression of what the Lakers are going to be able to do going into the playoffs. What did they show you while everyone was injured? Do you think that the injuries could actually help in the end with what goes down in the playoffs?
I think out of AD and LeBron, who both missed a lot of time, and LeBron's still out, I think the injury will, in the long run, be beneficial to LeBron because, yes, of course he was injured, but I think, just having a little bit of a break because it's a condensed schedule. We all know it's the shortest span between an off, transitioning into a new season. Shortest time span in the history of the NBA due to unforeseen to the pandemic. I think that the injury and the time missed will be beneficial to LeBron. I don't think it was beneficial to AD though because AD came off of injury and it's kind of like he has to get reacclimated now. And you hope that the Achilles isn't lurking in the back of his mind. Maybe if it was a hamstring or not to say hamstrings are to be taken lightly, but if it was like a finger or something like that kept him out, then okay, it's a bit different. But Achilles, it's always a concern. Mm. So I think that it'll be beneficial. Now, okay, before I get into that, the Lakers did not show me anything when those guys were out.
What?
No, come on, stop.
I disagree.
Montrez was inconsistent. Kuzma, no. The people who did Dennis Schroeder, I like him. I like KCP. I didn't used to like KCP. Now the first obviously is game. Before LeBron got there, he would just take shots and say why. But KCP and Dennis Schroeder have been the most consistent. And now, Drummond's huge though. Drummond was a big pickup. Massive pickup. That's what's gonna take us over the edge. And
look, listen, you're not considering though, like you would have guessed that without AD and LeBron that roster would win what? How many games? Maybe
not 20. They wouldn't even win 20 games.
No, well, that's what I'm saying. And they actually managed to put together a few good wins without any of those guys, without AD there even. Like Drummond was there for a couple. They beat the Brooklyn Nets full strength. Okay, that backup team. Wait a minute.
I don't think James Harden was there.
What?
Was James Harden playing that game?
Yeah, everybody was in that game. Everybody for once.
That don't mean that. That's a regular.
Well, listen. I'm just saying that shows a little bit of grit. Okay, a little bit of stuff. Okay, yeah. And then they won games since, and I think that honestly, for my expectations of a team without them, they actually overachieved a little bit. Okay, while they were gone. Now that Drummond pickup, dude. Whoa.
We needed it.
Wait. Okay. LeBron with a good center. LeBron with any fucking center. Okay. He had Timothy Mozgov back in the day. He got that guy a fat contract in Denver
with the Lakers,
and he disappeared into the freaking abyss. Okay. No, you never saw him again. Okay. Yeah. He's gone dating back to Zildjius Ilgauskas. Okay. Back in freaking
Big Z.
Okay, he's made centers look good who were not good. Now he's got Drummond who he collects boards like a garbage picker upper. Okay, and he's got AD next to him, twin towers. Dude, this like and I love the fact that no one's seen all three together yet, and they're only going to get maybe about 8 games in of all three of them together before the playoffs. Because man, it's gonna take them about 7 games to click, I think, and once they do, that's the right time to catch fire.
The only concern I have, because for some reason I feel like the Clippers can beat the Lakers. And I would have been more scared of the Nuggets if Jamal Murray didn't suffer that horrible injury.
Yeah, but now Michael's dabbing up.
And he is, but Jamal Murray in the playoffs, he's
By the
that
way,
guy.
wait. We have to get a word in for our sponsor. Okay? Yes, it's episode 1, guys.
Episode 1.
We got it locked and loaded. Okay, and we already do have a sponsor. I don't know if y'all have heard of Hot Streak. Okay, it's a betting service. You download the app on your phone. It's called Hot Streak. Okay, what makes Hot Streak different than any other betting service? Well, I am a patient betting man. Okay, I'll bet on a game and I'll wait that shit out. Okay, but if you're very impatient, you want to make your money quick. Okay, these are 180-second windows, and it's basketball only, over-unders, player props, okay? So see there, you got your core, you got Utah, you click on Bogdanovich, you click on over-under 0.5 points in the next 180 seconds of gameplay. If you get it, you win money. If you pair up 2, you win more money. If you pair up 3, you win more money. And this is just an endless cycle. You got all your games, you got all your players, you could choose your unders, overs. Go choose a scrub off the bench to go under a rebound in the next 180 seconds. You're probably going to hit that, okay? So download Hot Streak, make some quick money, and we'd like to thank our sponsors for, being there.
Thank you very much. I'm a very patient.
You were saying the Clippers, the Lakers, you think that the Clippers could take that?
Last year, I had the Clippers winning it all because Kawhi is my favorite player in the league. And I was, thank God we didn't have a podcast back then because we wouldn't have done the episode. Believe me. I was not doing it. I would have. The pardon?
The playoffs you talking about?
Yeah, the playoffs last year. Yeah. I would have been MIA. Because that was, I remember being at work watching Game 7, angry. I was angry. Oh man, it was terrible. It ruined my night. Like I was actually upset. And I had my friends calling me, Tom, well, this is your guy, Kawhi. But anyways, playoff Rondo.
Yeah, dude, that's been my guy, bro. Okay, for those of you who don't know, Celtics, when I was a kid, the good thing about being born in Montreal
is that you don't have to be like diehard. Like
for your city.
If the Habs aren't winning, I don't give a shit. Okay, it's that simple. But in NBA, man, I like to follow all the stories, all the teams that get put together. My favorite ever assembled team is the 07-08 Celtics, Paul Pierce, KG, Ray Allen, and that little secret sauce Rondo, man. Playoff Rondo has been a thing forever. But, I mean, look, the fact that he's still doing it now and, like, consistently every year. Like, it's like in the regular season, he's like, man. But now, like, playoffs, it's like you just add another star to your team.
Yeah. So, and that's who I wanted them to sign in the offseason. And it's unfortunate that they had to give up Lou Will for it. I wish that Rondo had signed in the offseason. But whatever. The point is that they have him now.
Yeah.
And I think with Paul George, who's been playing great this last like month and a half or 2 months, whatever it's been playing fantastic. But we know he's capable of that. It's just a matter of can he do it in the playoffs. Kawhi Leonard is Kawhi Leonard. He had a fantastic postseason last year, except for Game 7. But in the entire series against Dallas and the entire series against the Nuggets, he did his thing. If everyone else didn't really, it was kind of in spurts. And of course, in the Game 7 was just a complete collapse. So Kawhi Leonard could do his thing. Nick Batum. Now, he kind of shifted into, went into purgatory in Charlotte. Once he got his money, he was done. It seemed like it. But he seems a little bit more energized now. He's on a contender. They got Ibaka, which I felt was not to say Montrez isn't. I think Ibaka's better because he could knock down a mid-range, knock down a three-pointer, and he's better defensively. So I thought that was a huge pickup for them.
I'll give Trez the edge on offense. He's got more bounce, more offensive rebounds.
That's fair. But at least Ibaka can spread the floor. At least.
He can. And he can
Luke Kennard.
Protect the rim. He genuinely can't protect the rim. So.
Yeah. Luke Kennard, skeptical at first, but he has been killing it. Especially, Kawhi and Paul George have missed a lot of games,
Maybe
he's been stepping up. Reggie Jackson has been stepping up like crazy. I feel like now that he's
playing well, but I don't know, man. Look, every time
I watch Luke Kennard play, it's just bricks over and over.
What? Oh,
man,
man, you got.
I saw him have one good game, but I mean, I haven't watched the Clippers that much because the Clippers. But I'll give you this, man. The Clippers, like lately, I've been keeping an eye on them because lately they're low key crushing everyone. They're won like 9 in a row, and then they're doing with it. Even when and they have injuries like lingering, like Bev's been out, like Kawhi's been out for the past week. PG rests sometimes, and like they're pulling out wins no matter what.
And Terrence Mann and Luke Kennard have been unsung heroes, and of course Marcus Morris.
And I'll give you that. Reggie Jackson.
Reggie Jackson has been. I feel like now that Lou Will isn't there, it kind of maybe like.
Well, now he has more responsibility as like
exactly
the guy who like produces. He's been shooting at 3 super efficient. Like his stroke.
I watched that Detroit game the other week. When Kawhi and Paul George were out, and man, he took over. He just took over. I was shocked. But
it's the same thing, dude. I don't know, man. I was watching Embiid tonight, and like some players do. I know the feeling.
We're gonna talk about Philly. Believe you me, we're gonna talk about Philly.
We're gonna move on to Philly right now, but I'm just saying, man. Some of these players that these Curry too. You could see it. Basketball is such a confidence game, man. Every game, dude, that I make my first shot that game, I know I'm having a good game. If I miss that first shot, I don't know.
It's a little bit different.
Every time you hit, Embiid's just playing like, wow, out of his brain right now.
Listen, if he didn't get it, I just want to say this briefly because probably we might not talk about it, but MVP this year, I know Jokic will probably win it because he's amazing stats. He's been there all season. But this has been like the weirdest MVP race I've ever seen because the top 3 candidates all got injured for a substantial amount of time. Harden, Embiid, and LeBron.
Yeah.
And they just if they were all healthy and Jokic wouldn't even be in the top 3 in my opinion.
Honestly, I think I don't think so either. I think Embiid would be
would be winning if he had.
I know he missed too much time, but he could still win it if he goes crazy. But I had him as my MVP leader. You know what I mean? But it's just unfortunate that he missed so much time.
He does
whatever. But so I still think the Clippers can come out. I know LeBron's gonna be okay. I'm a little bit worried about AD. Hopefully he can get back into some semblance of a rhythm by playoff time. But you see, this is the thing though. The Lakers gotta be careful about who they play in the first round.
Well, let's see. Right now they're in 5.
Yeah.
Let me see.
They're in the 5th seed.
Because I don't know what happened last night.
And they just lost. Tonight, they lost to the Wizards.
Washington, yeah.
They're
now they're 5. Yeah, and then Dallas Mavericks on their tail, and there's quite a gap between 4. It looks like, Denver first round, but at the same time,
listen, I think if Jamal Murray was there, I would be on pins and needles. Because he's not, I'm a little bit more relaxed. But my point is that if AD, he had 26. Anthony Davis had 26 points, by the way. But it's against Washington, who's not known for being a great defensive team. If AD can't get into some semblance of a rhythm by playoff time, they could be in trouble against Denver.
They could, but I mean, it's just I just always factor in LeBron, man. I've been watching this guy.
Well, LeBron's gonna be LeBron. LeBron's gonna be
LeBron. Not losing. Figured them out last year, and now look, honestly, even if AD is scoring 20 instead of 25 a game, okay.
I don't think LeBron's gonna be rusty, but
it's about what I'm saying is Jokic. He'll eat most centers up. Drummond, he'll have trouble eating up, and then you got AD. next to Drummond, helping out, that's tough now. And Jokic is going to be the focal point. Remember, in the playoffs, man, you're playing 7 games. It's not game team.
Yeah,
you
for sure.
game plan much more effectively. You can put in
and now Will Barton's out too.
I mean, that's it. Like Monte Morris. I don't know when he's coming back. He's been out for a bit now. Yeah. But honestly, and the one team I want to move on to the Knicks for sure, and we'll touch on the Nets a little bit. But one team I think in the West that I just want to mention, everyone needs to maybe wake up a little bit, is Phoenix. Phoenix is actually a very good basketball team. They play very good. Chris Paul on that team is just
perfect.
Needed. That's
my friend's a CP3 fan, so wherever CP3, shout out Zach. Wherever CP3 goes, he goes. And he religiously watches every single game, no matter what the score, no matter if it's a blowout or not. So he's been preaching to me about Phoenix all season long. But I gotta see. I know what Chris Paul can do. But Devin Booker,
do you though? Because dude, Chris Paul, man, like I watch him play basketball, and I'm just like, it's literally poetry. There's a reason they call him point guard, man. If he wants the pace to go fast, it's going fast. If he wants to slow it down, it's slowing down. He dictates whatever action. He looks off screens. He gets the pitch.
He's point guard. He's point guard.
It's literally, and now he has Booker to hit at that 2 spot that just comes off.
That's my problem. I know what CP3 can do in the playoffs. I don't have a damn clue what Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton and Mikal Bridges can do.
I don't know about it. Look, I don't know about like Ayton. I watched him play. He's very solid. He's low-key becoming a very good center.
He's talented as hell, but he's sporadic.
Booker has the dog, dude. Booker hasn't had the chance to show you. Actually,
I hope so.
He showed you
a dog.
He showed you in the bubble last year.
They won all the games. Dog. Don't get it twisted. He's a dog. He will ball. He is
Kobe was his mentor, right? So,
and you know, I was always a bit like when people mention like Booker, like Kobe. I'm, I don't know how I feel, But I watched the game. Can't remember who it was against, but while I was watching Devin Booker play, and
you know where you see it, dude? Zero hesitation. Like when you
tell him, like he's coming off a screen, he's rolling out, and you're like, he's shooting that. He's stopping on down, he's shooting it, and like no hesitation. And he misses it, doesn't matter. Next possession, no hesitation. Like it's just like that's where I see the Kobe in him for sure. Exactly. But no, like Kobe's he's his own breed, obviously. Fucking R.I.P. That guy's.
I think rest in Kobe Bryant, my favorite athlete of all time. That was heartbreaking.
So let's touch on New York as a whole now. We'll start with the Knicks, man. Are the Knicks for real for you or what?
Listen, I'm a Laker fan. If I had to choose the Eastern Conference team, it would either be the Knicks or the Bulls. I don't know who I would choose yet. But the Knicks, listen, when the Knicks are good, it's good for basketball. Like, it's fun. It's like, and the Knicks, Lakers, and Celtics, and to a lesser degree, the Bulls, but those the big 3 cornerstone franchises, I would argue, Knicks, Lakers, and Celtics, have not all been like good, like very good, just like maybe like the 70s, 80s. Because in the 90s, Lakers were good, but they weren't like, they weren't, and the Celtics were ish. They were like whatever. Mm-hmm. In the 90s.
Nobody was good in the 90s except the Bulls.
Yeah, exactly. So, and the Knicks.
Spurs. Sorry.
Spurs and the Lakers too. Lakers had but they weren't like true title contenders. Anyways, well, at least in the mid-90s. Anyways, I digress. The point is that when the Knicks, especially when the Knicks, Lakers, and Celtics are all good, now we're talking. The Celtics, listen, I know they're kind of off this year.
Yeah.
But you got the Lakers with LeBron. You got the Knicks. And I didn't see this coming from. Listen, I've been so hopeful for the Knicks for the last, 8 years since they made the playoffs now? I've been hopeful. I was saying they were going to make the playoffs in 2016, and they were horrible. But RJ Barrett, listen, he needs love. And I'll let you talk about Julius Randle because he's going crazy right now. But RJ Barrett needs love because I heard a lot of debate about Tyler Hero or RJ Barrett just because Tyler Hero had a very good playoff run. RJ Barrett's that dude. RJ Barrett is that dude. Offensively, he's working on his 3-point shot. Defensively, he's solid. RJ Barrett's that guy. RJ Barrett is that guy. He needs love. I love Mitchell Robinson. He's been out for a while. I wanted the Lakers to draft him. We drafted Mo Wagner. Don't get me started on that. Reggie Bullock, Derrick Rose. Come on. Tom Thibodeau.
Dude, Alfred Payton. Yeah, by the way, that's the difference. First of all, the Knicks finally play defense. Okay? Tom Thibodeau comes in, and that's what Tom Thibodeau does to teams. Tom Thibodeau comes into teams, and he brings in two guys, Taj Gibson and Derrick Rose. Never been to. I swear to God. Chicago, Minnesota, now New York. He brings those two guys everywhere he goes. Okay? He just trades and he gets them. But he does that for leadership purposes, and they are good leaders. It's a smart move, especially on a young team. You're right about Barrett. I'm not going to go ahead and crown him. He's on the rise for sure. What I like is that what I used to see out of Barrett is that he would go cold, and he would go like freezing cold. Like you could see it would get in his head. Now I've been watching the Knicks, I'll be honest with you, a lot. First of all, because they interest me. Second of all, because I bet on them because they cover okay. Vegas always makes their line really low because they know that the Knicks, like, they're gonna it's
gonna be a nail biter.
Dude, they always bring it down to the last second and then they cover for you at the end, but you gotta it's stressful, but do it. It's been profitable this year. But anyways, man, no, they play good defense. And Barrett, man, I saw him. I was watching a game the other day. He started off cold 0 for 7, I think. And then after, dude, he turned it on. He just turned it on, and he was not fucking missing, man. It was very fun to watch. Randall is what a revelation, man. That nobody saw this coming. Like, nobody.
At all. Like, I'm a Laker fan, and I'm just kind of like, damn, like, if we kept our core of B.I., Julius, Lonzo, D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, you wouldn't do it right now.
That would have been a fun team.
I would definitely take what you have now, but yeah, you would have.
But don't get it twisted. I'm not trying to be.
The future would have been right. Sure.
We have LeBron.
Randall, I saw, like, I understood why he got, like, it's not like he popped off like overnight. Like, in New Orleans, he earned a contract from New York. And then after New York, he was disappointing last year. That's why no one saw it coming. But look, man,
it was all right season.
Certain coaching changes, man, change everything. Look at Doc Rivers with the Sixers now. Doc Rivers with the Sixers, dude, is like, look, it's night and day.
We're gonna talk about the Sixers. That's why I say one last thing about Julius Randle. If, like, he's looking so good right now that, like, if he strings like 5 seasons of this, like, you could be like, Hall of Fame? And it's not going to be a stupid question.
No.
You know what I mean?
Well, his stats are off the charts, man. It's when he's doing it, too.
I didn't even know he had 5 triple doubles. I was like, whoa. I thought he had like 1 or 2. And he had 5. I was like, shocked.
Sick, guys. Denver's up 10. Let's go. So
also, shout out, we're talking about bets. Reggie Bullock came through for me. 3 threes. With 6 minutes left, last I checked, he had 10 points. I just checked now. Game's been done for like 20 minutes. 13 points, hit 1 more 3-pointer, 3 of 5 shooting. Let's go. So I'm happy.
I'm telling you guys, like, for all of our non-existent / whoever's gonna see this, man. we're gonna have a page soon, and we're gonna post our bets on it, and we'll show you the wins, the losses, and we'll all try and make some money together. It'll be a good time. Tune in.
Let's do it. So I want to talk about Philly because I have Philly coming out the East.
You just hit something on a desk. I heard that. So I want to talk about Philly.
Okay. You know what? Let me run that back. So I want to talk about Philly.
No, it's good. I want you to smack something. Get angry. You know what I'm saying?
Philly is coming out of the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, they are. Look, Brooklyn, they haven't convinced me yet, bro. Show me you can all get on the court at the same time, and then we'll talk. But Philly is looking.
Barring injury. Listen, I said last year to my friends, I said, listen, don't split up Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons yet. Get a new coach, because I didn't think Brett Brown was the answer. Get a new coach, and if it doesn't work with that new coach, then you can part ways. If it does work, and it's working. They are. Listen, I'm not high on Rudy Gobert.
Brett Brown was a joke. Okay, Brett Brown was just
nice guy.
But that's exactly the fucking problem, though. Okay, so this is him on the sideline. Ben Simmons, not enough touches. I got you, Ben. I'll take him away from Embiid. Embiid comes, not enough touches. I got you, Embiid. I'll take him. He was just playing the field, man. It's like he was a people pleaser, and it's like you can't, dude. That's not how you win games, bro. Kobe fucking Bryant, his teammates, man, is hated him. Michael Jordan, his teammates hate. You gotta be hard on people, bro. You gotta fucking accountability, put them in their place.
Yeah, that's right.
Dude. That like it made no like the Sixers, man, should have been to the finals already with the core that they have. Should have at least
when they had Jimmy Butler.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, they lost on a last second fucking.
But people forget how that was the best the Eastern Conference was in a long time.
Yeah.
That was the first season that LeBron went to the West, and that was the best, the most competitive I've seen the Eastern. Because if Toronto loses, Philly's going to the finals.
Yeah, and
they're playing Golden State, and they're probably beating them if the same outcome happens.
Injuries and stuff for sure.
So that was a very good team, and they're Joel Embiid even better now. Ben Simmons is, I guess, even better now.
Yeah.
But they have the two best defensive players. Okay. They have, I still think Kawhi is the best defensive player in the league when he wants to be. I don't think he's as...
If you assign him someone and say lock him down, I have full confidence he'll do it.
Yeah. So I still think he's the best. But outside of Kawhi, you have the two best defensive players in the league. I'm not high on Rudy Gobert at all. No. Every time I watch... Now, hey, do I watch Rudy Gobert every night? No, I don't. I'll be honest with you, I don't. But I watched him against Indiana a couple of weeks back. He dominated. I was pleasantly surprised. I said, "Wow!" Like the Pacers couldn't do anything in the paint. Dean, when I tell you they couldn't do anything, they couldn't do anything in the paint.
Yeah, stifle tower.
Slammed up. So he did his thing. But I've seen him so many times just get torched by guards going into the ring. Or big men. And then I know it's Jokic and Embiid, but Embiid had 45 on it. 45.
Yeah.
Ben Simmons had 42, and he don't even drive to the basket.
Well, that's the thing is that Gobert is a super effective defender. When face to face, facing up, but soon as you offer any kind of protection, as in a post up for Embiid, backing him down. He'll crumble. Yeah. And if you protect yourself with the rim, he gets caught on reverses and shit like that a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So people know what they all have their scatter reports. They know what people are good at and bad at. But look, if you're going to come at him if he's facing you, he's swatting that shit. But
yeah, for sure. And I think that the acquisition of Steph Curry and Danny Green.
Oh, wow.
Massive.
Well, Danny Green, I nobody saw that coming, but dude, Seth Curry, man, fuck, he's shooting
They haven't had this kind of shooting since they had JJ Redick and Marco Bellinelli.
Yeah,
and it's been amazing. That's what Ben Simmons needed because the last two seasons, or however seasons it's been since they had both Bellinelli and JJ Redick, I believe it was in 2018 season, 2017-2018. It's kind of like they were playing Ben couldn't spread the floor.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't that level of shooting on him. Now your starting lineup can be Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Danny Green, Tobias Harris, Joel Embiid. Everyone on that floor besides Ben Simmons can knock down the three.
Yeah.
So it gives him
Milton coming off the bench. Korkmaz can hit threes.
Exactly.
Mike Scott can hit threes.
And then you got defense. And their offense is Joel Embiid's the problem. And that's why I think they'll go to the finals because I think they match up well against the Bucks. I think Embiid can do a good job of slowing down Giannis. Mm-hmm. And I don't feel confident in Chris Middleton and Jrue Holiday being able to do enough to take the Bucks over the top and beat the Sixers.
Nah, but Brooklyn is the only thing standing in their way.
They don't have an answer for Embiid, though. they don't have an answer for Embiid, and I feel like
they have DeAndre, but DeAndre, he's not going to do shit. You're right. There's nothing you can do. I mean, look, it's about. Yeah, but I mean, look, then your matchups are Kevin Durant versus Tobias Harris. Who wins that?
I'm putting Thibault on. No, I'm not putting. I don't know. I don't know.
And then Kyrie.
He can't put anyone on KD.
Honestly, Ben Simmons against Kyrie is a great matchup defensively.
No, I don't want to see that. Ben Simmons gonna get cooked. Ben Simmons needs to guard James Harden. That's what he needs to guard.
Okay.
Let Danny Green go on Kyrie. But, whatever. There's switches every 2 seconds. Yeah, the switches. Listen, they're unstoppable. But the reason why I think that they'll be able to win is because I think it'll be easier for Philly to get a consistent bucket than I feel like it will be for the Nets. And the only reason why I say that is because Philly's defense is good.
Mm-hmm.
They probably have the best overall defensive team in the league.
Yeah, but Brooklyn has the best offense in history, 124 points per game.
They do. But like you said, they've been on the court together for 7 games.
That's true.
And I feel comfortable to a certain degree that Philly can do just enough for them to miss enough shots. Thibault, he's a stud on defense. They have 4. Last time I checked, this was last week. They have 4 players that are in the top 15 for defensive win share.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got Thibault at 30, and he would be even higher up if he had starter minutes.
Yeah.
So their defense is crazy. So I feel like they can make life hard just enough against the Nets to put them over the top. Because Embiid's averaging 37 and 15. He's gonna handle them.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of can they stop the Nets from going nuclear.
It's a 7-game series, either way.
Yeah.
I would absolutely love to watch it. I'd absolutely love to watch it.
We're gonna speak it into existence because the 2 playoff series that we're getting this year. We're getting the Lakers and Clippers in the conference finals, ideally, and we're getting Philly and the Nets in the conference finals, ideally. Those are the 2 matchups that must happen, and especially the Lakers and Clippers because they owe it to us. They owe it to us.
Yeah, the Clippers owe it to us. The Lakers did their part.
They did.
Okay?
I did.
Very satisfied.
Kawhi gotta. Listen, okay. I am a Michael Jordan guy because I feel like Michael is the greatest basketball player of all time. I get a lot of pushback on that. Fair enough. That's fine. I just don't like when I get pushback on it and people don't know anything about Michael Jordan. That's my only issue. I don't like LeBron fans that say LeBron's the best but don't know anything about Michael Jordan. It infuriates me, and I'm about to stop arguing with people like that.
Fair.
But if LeBron beats the Nets and the Nets are full strength, I don't know if I can sit here and tell you that he's not the greatest of all time. I'm just gonna have to bow down and concede. And
what else does he have to do, man? I honestly think he is, and it's not. See, I'm Team LeBron because Jordan had continuity. Jordan is the best scorer of all time, hands down. Okay, but bro, you go to 3 different franchises. Yeah, you had a lot of talent on each, but Jordan had talent, and he played with the same talent for freaking a decade, where LeBron goes and puts together a new team, and literally count it, every second year with the new team, he wins. Miami, second year title, figured it out after 1. Cleveland, second time around, second year title, figured it out after 1. Lakers, second year title, figured it out after 1. It takes them 1 year with each new franchise to win them a title.
It's fair.
They should call LeBron 2-year title.
And don't get it twisted. LeBron's my second. He's in my second greatest player of all time. Then it's Kobe. Then Magic, Shaq. But even I always want to clarify. Even if I do think LeBron, like let's say hypothetically speaking, do beat the Nets at full strength, I will say LeBron's the greatest of all time. But I would still rather have Kobe and Michael on my team than LeBron. That's just me. But
that's fair.
yeah, so
We're gonna wrap this
Yeah.
up. So,
yeah, bro, that was the last thing I was gonna say.
Well,
So to talk about Philly, but yeah, so that's our first episode. It took a little while for us to get this together, but it's here now,
yeah.
and
Gonna
it'll
keep
be here
coming
in the future.
Once a week, and then maybe twice a week. It depends on how much you guys like it and how much you guys want. Really.
Yeah,
'Cause,
and don't worry, we have our segments of our guaranteed locks of the week, and we're gonna laugh at each other for our terrible picks. We're gonna praise each other to a certain degree. I'm not gonna boost you too much for your good pick.
Okay.
But we'll definitely keep you guys posted, no doubt. But this has been the We've Got Balls podcast, episode 1. Hope you guys enjoy, and there'll be more to come.